Hello students, so today our topic is function application. Okay, so by function application it means that a function can be applied on a data frame in different ways. So what are the different ways? On the whole data frame, row wise or column wise, or on individual elements, that is element wise. Now pandas offers three different functions, and what are they? First is the pipe function, then is the apply function, and then we have the apply map function. So pipe function, in the what is the use of this function? Data frame wise function application. For row and column wise we use the apply function, and individual element wise we use the apply map function. So today in this class we will only learn about the pipe function. So, other than one more thing, other than the above three mentioned functions, there are two more functions, that is the aggregation function, group by, and the transform function, which we will discuss later. So, first let us see about the pipe function. In computer processing, a pipe is a technique for passing information from one program process to another, where one command or function's output or result is taken as input for another command or function. Okay, so you see this diagram, then it will be clear to you. So suppose here the first command, that is command 1, is executed and we have got the result of command 1. Now the result of command 1 will become the input for command 2. It will become the input for command 2, and after it has become the input for command 2, then one result will be executed for command 2, is not it? So this process is known as pipe technique. So you see this example. Here we have two functions, power function and the square root function. So first we have taken the square root of n. Suppose the square root of n, suppose n is 4. So what will be the square root of 4? 2. So here we will get 2. So power 2 comma 2. So 2 comma 2 power means 2 to the power of 2, 2 is 4. So output of square root function works as the input for the power function. This is known as the pipe technique. Okay, now how we can use this technique in pandas? We can use this technique in pandas by using the pipe function. Okay, so this example is again explained here. Power square root of n comma 2. So first we will take out the square root of n, then it will the output of this command will become the input for the power function, then whatever output you have got, comma 2 means to the power of 2. Now sandwiching style can be extended further to, this is known as sandwiching style. This is also known as sandwiching style because we have put one command another, is not it? So here you see we can add more functions. First square root of n, whatever output you get, power of that comma 2, again you will get one output here, then you are using the diff function for that particular output, comma 3 means whatever output you will get, it will be divided by 3. At last you are using the add function. So in this whatever answer you will get, you will add it to 100. So this is known as sandwiching style. So sandwiching style is useful if there are just one or two levels of sandwiching, but beyond that this style becomes messy and it is very much reader, it is not reader friendly, means you may get confused. So in that point the pipe function comes to use. Okay, so here you see the pipe function works like this. So if you use the pipe function, first square root of n will be executed. This is a sandwiching technique. So see, first square root of n, so df dot pipe square root comma n dot, again you are using the pipe function. Second is power comma 2 dot pipe, again diff comma 3, next dot pipe add comma 100. So with the function names inside pipe, so again here you see square root power, div, and add. These are again functions, individual functions. Yes or no? And these individual functions are written inside the pipe function. But here you have to be careful with one thing. Means inside the pipe function you should not give parenthesis to the other functions like you have given here. So square root within parenthesis or bracket n, but here square root comma n, because this function is written inside the pipe function. Okay, so this thing you have to keep in mind. So all you need to do is to use pipe function. So the syntax for a pipe function is very simple: data frame dot pipe, then function comma arguments. So what are the meaning of the parameters? Function means the function name to be applied on the data frame with the appropriate arguments. So arguments is iterable and it is optional. Okay, positional arguments passed into the function. Now the pipe function will return the object as per the executed function. That is, if the executed function returns a data frame object will be returned by the pipe function. If the executed function returns a number, then the pipe function will also return a number. So let us go through the examples. We have two examples here. So the first example, you see function add followed by multiply function applied on a data frame. So here both NumPy and Pandas libraries are imported. So this is our data frame cell underscore df. Now first np dot multiply within bracket the data frame dot add 30 comma 3. So first this part will work. SAL underscore df dot add 30 means 30 will be added to all the individual data. After 30 is added, whatever output you will get, that is again multiplied by 3, because here you have used the multiply function. After that you are getting this output. Okay, so first for all the elements I'll just tell one example. So first 34,500 plus 30 will give you 34,530. Then when again you will multiply it by 3, you will get this output. So for all the individual elements it will work that way. Okay, now when you will be using the pipe function, you see how it works. SAL underscore df dot pipe within bracket, first you have to add 30, so np dot add comma 30. Then you are using the pipe for multiplication dot pipe np dot multiply comma 3. So first 30 will be added. Okay, then again that whatever output is there, it will be multiplied by 3. So you can compare the results. Here you have used the pipe function, but here you have not. Here, this one is a sandwiching technique and this is the pipe technique. So you can compare the results, that you can see both the outputs are same. One more example, you see function add followed by multiply followed by square root and floor function applied on a data frame. Here also we have to import NumPy and Pandas libraries. So the same data frame we have taken. So SL underscore df dot pipe, first we have to add 30, so np dot add 30 dot pipe, then we have to do multiply, so np dot multiply comma 3, then we have to find square root dot pipe np dot square root, then dot pipe np dot flow. Okay, so you are getting this output. Now if you use the sandwiching technique, np dot floor np dot square root np dot multiply sldf dot add 30. So first this part will work, then the multiplication part will work, then the square root part, and at last the floor part. So you can compare both the results are same. So this is how the pipe function works. So that's all for today's class. Thank you.